What do you want to talk about today?
So I'd like to talk a little bit more about playing small, why we do it, how it tricks us into thinking we're not doing it.
Yep. Okay, cool. So sometimes we play small just because we give ourselves lots of excuses. We think we're busy, we've got kids, we've got this, we've got that. We'll put life on hold and we'll do it later, which is never really a good idea. But there's more to it than that, isn't there? Because a lot of the time we think we're actually moving towards something. As humans, we love to achieve things. We love to have a goal. We love to hopefully create that goal outcome. Doesn't always happen, but we really have to have something to move towards. And it could be something big or it could be something small. It could be just a little problem that we want to solve.
Yeah, we seem, it seems that we're wired as humans to solve problems. And so what can actually happen is that we come up with a problem maybe earlier in life, and we do actually solve that problem. It's literally it's a new one. It's unique. We solve it and we have a win. But what happens is pretty quickly as we get a little older, it's almost like a shrinking, isn't it? We kind of become risk averse, if you like, and so we try to minimise the risk or the discomfort in our lives, and we want to maximise the certainty in knowing how it is, in knowing how to do things and that sort of thing. So we end up still working on problems. The problems appear to be completely different and unique, when in fact they're exactly the same problem that they always were years ago, but there's different people, there's different scenarios, there's different attributes that make us feel like, well, we're getting ahead, we're succeeding, we're winning, when in actual fact we're staying safe and we're playing small, and we still get, our brain or our mind still gets to solve problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without the risk.
So I think it feels like we're stretching our comfort zone, but actually the comfort zone is staying exactly the same, because I can think of a few examples. One of them that's really easy for a lot of us to relate to would be putting on weight, for example. So you're a young adult, you realise you're a few kilos overweight, you lose the weight, and that's a problem that you solved, and you did that through eating correctly and looking after your body and exercising and all that sort of thing. And then life gets busy, so we put the weight back on again, or we could just completely sabotage ourselves because we meet our goal and then we just go nuts the other way almost. And then we have that goal to achieve again, so we go and do it again. And eventually it just becomes a cycle that we keep doing because we know we won't fail at it necessarily. We know that we'll be able to achieve it because we've done it before. We've got a reference to back that up. So it becomes an achievable goal, and it's the same goal over and over. And some of those goals are like a daily goal. Some of them are like take you a few months. Some of them take years, but we still have the same goals going on.
Yeah, and so we wanted to kind of talk, that to us is what we're talking about, is playing small, but feeling, like you're not. So once you become aware of that, then you can start to go, wow, is that what I'm doing? Have I been doing that over the years? Is that sort of contributing to a contributing factor to why I'm kind of getting the same results year in, year out? In my life, and why things don't really seem to change. And so you can start to investigate that a little bit once you have this awareness.
And of course, it's not just physical. It could be in your finances. It could be in relationships. It could be within the same relationship that you guys keep playing out the same roles, or you have different relationships, but for some reason they seem very similar in their character. It could be your lifestyle, or what you really love. It always seems out of reach. You never seem to be able to break out of that mold, and it may be even a mold that you learnt from your parents. It may be something that was what they were living, and you believe that's what's available for you as well.
Yeah. Now that we have that awareness and that there is that potential worth investigating, what do people do about it?
Well, that's a whole massive box in itself. However, the cool thing is that once you become aware of it and you can see it, and as humans we know we want something more, at least then we know, okay, well, let's step our boundaries a little bit further beyond what we've always done. Let's take it to a new level, and just learning to be comfortable with it's going to be a little bit of a stretch. It's going to take some imagination, it's going to take some creativity, it's going to take a bit more of the resources than what I used last time to create exactly the same result.
Yeah, and when you say a bit more of the resources, Linda's talking about our inner resources there, and it's we know, deep down we know that we're very resourceful and capable beings, but we actually forget for various reasons, and it's about remembering, and it's about tapping back into that inner power, and that's where we start to get these beautiful and magical kind of outcomes in our life. So we're going to go into this in heaps more depth in the Unstuck and Unstoppable retreat, obviously, but we just wanted to kind of get the wheels turning for you, I suppose, and on this topic, because it is a deep one, but it's an extraordinary one to explore as well, and it's one that when you start to really scratch the surface and dig down a little deeper, it becomes very exciting, because you start to realise that you are in fact a very powerful being that can create some incredible things, and it's not through working harder or doing more, or you might feel you're stretched to the nth degree as it is. How do you possibly have anything more left to give, or resources wise? But it's not about that, which is really cool. So
yeah,
I guess we dig into that a little deeper when we
definitely
get the opportunity.
Yep, absolutely. So keep watching, because there'll be more to come, and even better if you're coming to the retreat, because we're going to dive really deep into that, and we'll recognise those patterns if you don't already see them for yourself, which I'm sure even after today you'll be able to see, hey, this is what I've been doing physically for years, this is what I've been doing financially for years, this is what I've been doing in my relationships for years, and it's time to change it. So yeah, great. Awesome.
So just on a different note, for you guys that have already booked in to come along to the retreat, we'll be sending out the information packs as well.
Yeah, I'll put a post up soon.
Yeah, so just keep an eye out for that too. And is that about it?
Yeah, that's it. And if you already aren't on the Unstuck and Unstoppable community group, we'll put the link below in the comments, and you guys can jump on there as well. It's free. Even if you're not coming to the event, at least you can see some of the resources and extra bits of information as we go.
Yeah, awesome.
Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great one. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.